Helping others is often seen as a noble and virtuous act, a cornerstone of human kindness and compassion. But what if I told you that helping others can sometimes do more harm than good? Welcome to our deep dive into the fine line between help and enablement. Understanding the difference between help and enablement is crucial. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, offers wisdom that is surprisingly relevant today. According to Stoicism, our primary duty is to lead a virtuous life. But what happens when our well-intended actions hinder rather than help others? First, let's define our terms. Helping is providing support that empowers others to overcome their challenges. Enablement, on the other hand, is a form of assistance that removes the incentive for the person to take responsibility and grow. Consider this example: a young adult constantly asking their parents for money instead of seeking a job. The parents think they are helping by providing financial support, but in reality, they might be enabling their child's lack of independence. This is where Marcus Aurelius' teachings come into play. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In simpler terms, challenges and obstacles are essential for growth. By removing these obstacles for others, we may inadvertently hinder their personal development. So how can we help without enabling? Firstly, offer guidance and resources rather than direct solutions. Encourage problem solving and critical thinking. This approach not only aids in immediate issues but also equips individuals with skills for future challenges. Secondly, set clear boundaries. It's important to understand your limits and communicate them effectively. Helping within these boundaries ensures that you don't become overwhelmed or resentful, and the other person learns to respect and appreciate the assistance without becoming dependent. Healthy helping relationships are reciprocal. They involve mutual respect and growth. When you assist someone, you should also feel that the effort is valued and leads to positive outcomes. Lastly, foster a sense of community and shared responsibility. When everyone contributes, the burden of help doesn't fall on a single person. This collective effort aligns with Stoic principles of social duty and cooperation. Here is another point: is mindfulness practices. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the depths of human psychology and ancient wisdom to enhance your well-being. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic: emotional burnout. When helping others drains your mental reserves. We all want to help those around us. It's a noble and fulfilling pursuit, yet sometimes, this very act of kindness can lead to emotional burnout. Emotional burnout occurs when the constant effort to support others depletes your mental and emotional energy. It's a state of chronic physical and emotional exhaustion, often accompanied by feelings of cynicism and detachment. But why does this happen, and how can we prevent it? Let's break it down. When you give too much of your time and energy to others, you risk neglecting your own needs. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of balance. He believed that while we should strive to help others, it must not come at the cost of our own well-being. Remember his words: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Ensure you're not stretching yourself too thin by setting clear boundaries. When you're constantly exposed to other people's problems and negative emotions, you might start to absorb these feelings yourself. This can lead to increased stress and anxiety, eroding your emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius advised maintaining an objective perspective and not letting others' troubles cloud your judgment. Practice mindfulness and emotional detachment where necessary to protect your inner peace. Often we place immense pressure on ourselves to solve other people's issues. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept that some things are beyond our control. You can't fix every problem, and that's okay. By recognizing and accepting your limits, you can avoid the frustration and disappointment that come from trying to do the impossible. In your eagerness to help, you might forget to take care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of self-reflection and self-improvement. Take time to recharge. Engage in activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's reading, exercising, or simply enjoying nature. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's crucial to establish and maintain healthy boundaries. This ensures that you can provide support without compromising your own mental health. Be clear about what you can and cannot do. Learn to say no when necessary, and understand that doing so doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a wise one, who knows the importance of self-preservation. In summary, while helping others is a commendable act, it's vital to be mindful of the potential for emotional burnout. By recognizing the signs and taking proactive steps such as setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and managing expectations, you can continue to be there for others without losing yourself in the process. Here is the another point, is mindfulness practices. Welcome to our exploration of how helping others, while noble, can sometimes become a heavy burden. Today we'll delve into the burden of expectation, a hidden consequence of altruism that can weigh us down. When we help others, it often comes from a place of genuine kindness and compassion. However, over time, this well-intentioned assistance can transform into a source of pressure and stress. Imagine this: you've become the go-to person for friends, family, and colleagues. Your willingness to help has created an expectation that you'll always be there to lend a hand. But what happens when this expectation starts to feel overwhelming? Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, taught the importance of recognizing our own limits. He believed that while it is virtuous to help others, we must not do so at the expense of our own well-being. Overcommitting to helping others can lead to emotional burnout. When we constantly prioritize others' needs over our own, we risk neglecting our mental and physical health. So, how do we manage the burden of expectation? The key lies in setting healthy boundaries. It's essential to communicate our limits clearly and ensure we don't overextend ourselves. Remember, self-care is not selfish. By taking care of ourselves, we maintain the strength and resilience needed to help others effectively. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Helping others is a noble endeavor, but it should not come at the cost of our own well-being. By understanding and managing the burden of expectation, we can continue to support those around us while maintaining our own health and happiness. Here is the another point, is mindfulness practices. Welcome to our exploration of Stoicism and the delicate balance between autonomy and dependency. Today we'll delve into how helping others can sometimes harm them and ourselves, guided by the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." While this quote speaks to personal conduct, it also reflects on the importance of autonomy, of standing strong in our own character and actions, independent of others' behavior. Helping others can be one of the most fulfilling acts we can perform. It strengthens bonds, builds community, and fosters empathy. However, when our help crosses the line into fostering dependency, it can do more harm than good. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-reliance and resilience. When we overextend our help, we risk creating a dependency that undermines these values. Instead of empowering others, we might be inadvertently encouraging them to rely on us for solutions they could find within themselves. Consider this: when we constantly step in to solve someone's problems, we deny them the opportunity to develop their own problem-solving skills. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Obstacles are essential for growth. Moreover, excessive helping can lead to our own burnout. We become so engrossed in solving others' problems that we neglect our own needs and well-being. Stoicism advocates for a balanced life, where we support others without sacrificing our own mental and physical health. Setting boundaries is crucial. By establishing clear limits, we protect our autonomy and encourage others to take responsibility for their lives. This isn't about being selfish, it's about fostering a healthy, supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Helping others should be about empowerment, not enablement. As Marcus Aurelius would suggest, let's strive to guide others to their own strength, fostering resilience and independence. This way, our acts of kindness truly enrich lives, ours and theirs. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Let this wisdom guide us in our efforts to help others, ensuring we promote autonomy and not dependency. Here is the another point, is mindfulness practices. Welcome to our exploration of the cost of unconditional support. In today's video, we'll delve into the often overlooked consequences of always being there for others, drawing insights from the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of balance and rationality in our actions. He believed that while helping others is noble, it must be done with wisdom and self-awareness. But what happens when our support becomes unconditional? Let's uncover the hidden costs. First, let's talk about emotional burnout. Constantly providing support can drain your mental and emotional reserves. You're not just giving time and energy, you're also absorbing others' stress and problems. Over time, this can lead to feelings of exhaustion, anxiety, and even depression. Marcus Aurelius teaches us the importance of maintaining our own inner peace and rationality. By always saying yes, we risk neglecting our own well-being. Stoicism advises us to find a balance where we can help others without sacrificing ourselves. Another significant cost is self-neglect. When we're focused on others, we often put our own needs last. This can lead to physical and mental health issues, diminished personal growth, and a loss of self-identity. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Autonomy and dependency are crucial considerations. Unconditional support can unintentionally foster dependency, where the person you're helping doesn't develop their own problem-solving skills. Marcus Aurelius would remind us that true help empowers others to become self-reliant rather than dependent. There's also the issue of emotional contagion. By constantly immersing yourself in others' problems, you risk taking on their emotional burdens. This can negatively affect your own mental state, leading to increased stress and decreased emotional well-being. So, how can we offer support wisely? Marcus Aurelius would suggest practicing mindful altruism. This means setting healthy boundaries, recognizing when to step back, and ensuring that our help truly benefits the other person in the long run. It's about saying no when necessary to protect your own health and well-being. By doing so, you not only take care of yourself, but also model healthy behavior for others. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. Imagine you're in a park, watching a small bird learning to fly. You see it struggle, flapping its wings vigorously. Your instinct might be to help it, but by intervening, you could prevent it from developing the strength it needs to fly on its own. This is a metaphor for how our well-meaning actions can sometimes stunt the growth and independence of those we seek to help. One of the key principles in Stoicism, as taught by Marcus Aurelius, is to understand the natural order of things and to act in accordance with it. When we help others without understanding their true needs or circumstances, we risk creating dependency and undermining their ability to handle challenges independently. Misguided altruism often stems from our desire to feel needed or to appear benevolent. However, Stoicism teaches us that our actions should be guided by wisdom and discernment, not by a need for validation. Helping others should empower them, not make them reliant on us. Psychologically, when people constantly receive help without asking, it can lead to learned helplessness. They might begin to doubt their own abilities and become overly dependent on others. This is not true altruism. It's a subtle form of control and can be quite harmful. So, how can we ensure our altruism is not misguided? First, we must assess whether our help is truly needed, or if it's merely fulfilling our desire to feel important. Second, we should focus on empowering others, providing them with the tools and confidence they need to succeed on their own. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. In a world that celebrates altruism and selflessness, it's easy to overlook the hidden dangers that lurk beneath the surface of our noble intentions. One such danger is the insidious threat of ego inflation, a phenomenon where our acts of kindness become twisted into fuel for our own self-importance. You see, every time we lend a helping hand, our ego whispers sweet affirmations in our ear. We bask in the glow of admiration, our chests swelling with pride, as we revel in the validation of our worthiness. But what we fail to realize is that this praise, this adulation, is like a poison slowly seeping into our souls. As our ego grows, so too does our sense of entitlement. We begin to expect recognition for our deeds, and resentment simmers beneath the surface when it is not forthcoming. But perhaps the greatest danger of ego inflation is the erosion of our true humanity. We become so focused on cultivating our image as a benevolent savior that we lose sight of the genuine connection and empathy that should underpin our actions. So how do we guard against this insidious threat? How do we ensure that our acts of kindness remain pure and untainted by the poison of ego? The ancient Stoics offer us timeless wisdom on this matter. They remind us that true virtue lies not in the recognition of our deeds, but in the sincerity of our intentions. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. In a world where altruism is often celebrated as a virtue, there lies a delicate balance between helping others and preserving one's own well-being. We often find ourselves extending a helping hand without considering the boundaries necessary for our own mental and emotional health. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, true strength lies in understanding where our power truly resides within ourselves. Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about recognizing our limitations and honoring our needs. By cultivating mindfulness and self-reflection, we gain clarity on when to say yes and when to say yes and when to say no in our interactions with others. When we neglect our boundaries, we risk burnout, resentment, and diminished well-being. Embracing Stoic wisdom, we learn to navigate the delicate dance of helping others while safeguarding our own inner peace. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. In a world where altruism is often celebrated as a virtue, we often forget to acknowledge the hidden dangers that lurk beneath the surface. One such danger is the phenomenon known as emotional contagion. Emotional contagion is the unconscious tendency to mimic and absorb the emotions of those around us. This occurs through the activation of mirror neurons in our brains, which cause us to experience similar emotions to those we observe in others. For example, when we offer support to a friend who is feeling anxious or stressed, we may inadvertently absorb their negative emotions. While our intentions may be noble, failing to recognize emotional contagion can lead to several detrimental outcomes. Firstly, constant exposure to negative emotions can significantly impact our own mental well-being, leading to increased stress levels and emotional exhaustion. Furthermore, emotional contagion can strain relationships, as individuals may struggle to maintain boundaries between their own emotions and those of others. So, how can we protect ourselves from the harmful effects of emotional contagion while still offering support to those in need? One powerful approach is through the teachings of Stoicism, particularly the practice of mindfulness and self-awareness. Stoic philosophy encourages us to recognize our own emotional boundaries and to prioritize self-care in our altruistic endeavors. In conclusion, while helping others is undoubtedly a noble pursuit, it's essential to be mindful of the hidden dangers that accompany it. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. In a world that often extols the virtues of selflessness and altruism, there exists a paradox that few dare to acknowledge: the perils of perpetual giving. At first glance, the act of giving seems noble, virtuous, and inherently good. And indeed, it often is. Yet, delve deeper, and one uncovers a narrative rarely spoken of, a narrative that speaks of the hidden costs, the unseen tolls of constantly putting others before oneself. Drawing from the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, particularly the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we journey into the heart of this paradox, shedding light on the shadows that lurk beneath the surface of perpetual giving. The perils of perpetual giving are manifold, but perhaps most insidious is the erosion of one's own well-being. Like a candle burning at both ends, the relentless pursuit of helping others can leave us depleted, drained, and devoid of the very essence that sustains us. Resentment simmers beneath the surface, fueled by the unspoken expectation of reciprocity. Self-neglect becomes the norm as we prioritize the needs of others above our own. Boundaries blur, dissipating into the ether, and leaving us vulnerable to the whims and desires of those we seek to help. But there is hope amidst the shadows. Stoic philosophy offers us a beacon of light, guiding us towards a path of balance, of moderation, and of self-care. By embracing the Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, and temperance, we reclaim agency over our lives, We learn to say no when necessary, to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity, and to prioritize our own well-being without guilt or shame. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. In the vast tapestry of life, we often find ourselves compelled to extend a helping hand to others. It's a noble inclination driven by empathy and compassion. But within this altruistic pursuit lies a deceptive trap, the illusion of control. We're taught that helping others is virtuous. And indeed it is. However, what we often overlook is the subtle undercurrent of the illusion of control that accompanies our actions. Picture this: you see someone struggling and you step in to assist. In that moment, it feels empowering. You believe you're making a tangible difference, exerting influence over the situation. But here's the harsh reality. Despite our best intentions, the outcomes are not always within our grasp. The illusion of control convinces us otherwise, leading to frustration, disappointment, and even burnout. The Stoic philosophers, notably Marcus Aurelius, cautioned against this fallacy. They urged us to recognize the limits of our influence, and to focus instead on what truly lies within our control, our thoughts, actions, and responses. By embracing this Stoic principle, we can free ourselves from the burden of trying to orchestrate every outcome. We learn to offer our help sincerely, without attaching our sense of worth or identity to the results. So, the next time you extend a helping hand, remember the illusion of control. Embrace the humility of knowing that while you can offer assistance, the ultimate course of events may unfold beyond your influence. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. Welcome to our exploration of Stoic wisdom on overcommitting. In this video, we delve into the profound teachings of Stoicism, particularly as espoused by the great philosopher Marcus Aurelius, to understand the perils of overcommitting and how to navigate them with wisdom and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, known for his Stoic philosophy, emphasized the importance of maintaining balance in all aspects of life. One crucial aspect he addressed was the tendency to overcommit, to take on more than we can handle, whether in our personal or professional lives. In our modern world, overcommitting is a common pitfall. We say yes to every request, eager to help and please others, but in doing so, we spread ourselves thin, sacrificing our own well-being in the process. Stoic wisdom teaches us the importance of self-awareness and self-care. It reminds us that we are not obligated to say yes to every demand placed upon us. Instead, we must assess our commitments with clarity and discernment. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to ask ourselves, is this commitment aligned with my values and priorities? Does it contribute to my well-being and the well-being of others? Or does it drain my energy and detract from my inner peace? Learning to say no when necessary is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and self-respect. It allows us to focus our time and energy on what truly matters, nurturing our relationships, pursuing our passions, and cultivating our inner virtue. By embracing Stoic wisdom on overcommitting, we reclaim control of our time and our lives. We prioritize our well-being without neglecting our responsibilities, fostering a sense of balance, resilience, and inner peace. Here is another point is mindfulness practices. In a world where helping others is often glorified as an unequivocal good, there lies a hidden truth, the ripple effect. Just like the ripples that emanate from a stone breaking the surface of a tranquil pond, our acts of kindness and assistance can have far-reaching consequences, some of which may surprise us. The ripple effect of our actions manifests in multifaceted ways. Let's explore how even the noblest intentions can sometimes yield unexpected outcomes. Helping others is a virtue, but when done without regard for personal boundaries, it can lead to emotional burnout and exhaustion. Resentment can brew when our acts of kindness aren't acknowledged or reciprocated, challenging our sense of altruism. Encouraging dependency instead of fostering self-reliance can inadvertently hinder the growth and autonomy of those we seek to assist. Self-sacrifice, while noble in theory, can lead to neglecting our own needs, jeopardizing our mental and physical health. As Marcus Aurelius once wisely said, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Understanding the interconnectedness of our actions can help us navigate the ripple effect with mindfulness and wisdom. Here is the another point is mindfulness practices. In a world that often celebrates altruism and selflessness, it's easy to find ourselves helping others for all the wrong reasons. Beneath the surface of our noble intentions lie complex motivations that can lead to unintended consequences. Helping for the wrong reasons can stem from various sources. Sometimes it's the desire for external validation, seeking acknowledgement and praise for our deeds. Other times it's driven by guilt, attempting to alleviate our own discomfort rather than genuinely addressing the needs of others. Perhaps we help because we fear rejection or abandonment, using acts of kindness as a shield against our own insecurities. Or maybe it's a way to maintain control, exerting power over others under the guise of benevolence. But what happens when our motives for helping are misguided? When the foundation of our altruism is built on shaky ground, the consequences can be profound. Helping for the wrong reasons can strain relationships, fostering resentment and dependency instead of fostering growth and empowerment. It can lead to burnout, as we exhaust ourselves trying to meet unrealistic expectations or fulfill unspoken obligations. Moreover, when our helping becomes transactional, driven by the expectation of reciprocity, it loses its authenticity and sincerity. True altruism is unconditional, without strings attached or ulterior motives. So, how do we ensure that our acts of kindness stem from genuine compassion rather than misguided intentions? It starts with self-awareness, examining our motivations and acknowledging any underlying biases or insecurities. We must cultivate empathy, seeking to understand the needs and desires of others without projecting our own agendas onto them. By aligning our actions with the principles of compassion and empathy, we can transcend the pitfalls of helping for the wrong reasons. We can create genuine connections, foster mutual respect, and make a positive impact on the world around us. In a world where helping others is both a privilege and a responsibility, let us strive to make our kindness genuine, our compassion unwavering, and our impact profound. Here is the another point is mindfulness practices. In a world that often glorifies selflessness and sacrifice, it's easy to lose sight of the importance of prioritizing our own growth and development. Sacrificing self-growth for the sake of helping others can seem noble at first glance. After all, we're taught that altruism is virtuous, and putting others' needs before our own is the epitome of selflessness. However, what many fail to realize is that sacrificing self-growth can have detrimental effects on our well-being and our ability to effectively help others in the long run. When we neglect our own growth and development, we limit our potential to make meaningful contributions to the world. Our energy becomes depleted, and our ability to empathize and connect with others diminishes. Moreover, sacrificing self-growth can lead to burnout and resentment. We may begin to feel unfulfilled and resentful towards those we're helping, especially if our efforts go unrecognized or unappreciated. Instead, it's essential to prioritize our own growth and well-being. By investing time and energy into ourselves, we become better equipped to help others from a place of strength and abundance. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher, believed that true altruism stems from a place of inner strength and virtue. He advocated for balance and moderation in all things, recognizing that sacrificing our own growth ultimately hinders our ability to live a fulfilling and purposeful life. Here is the another point is mindfulness practices. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius taught us the importance of balance and justice in all aspects of life. Today we'll explore how this wisdom applies to our acts of helping others. Helping others is often seen as a noble endeavor. But have you ever considered that your well-intentioned actions might inadvertently cause harm? Let's delve into the concept of the balance of justice and understand how to ensure fairness in our altruistic actions. Firstly, it's crucial to recognize that helping others should not come at the expense of your own well-being. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to maintain our inner tranquility. Overcommitting to others can lead to burnout, resentment, and even neglect of your own needs. Self-preservation is not selfish. It's a necessary step to ensure that you can continue to offer support sustainably. Always remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Self-preservation is not selfish. It's a necessary step to ensure that you can continue to offer support sustainably. Always remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Ask yourself, are my actions fostering independence and self-reliance? Or are they inadvertently creating a cycle of dependency? The aim is to provide assistance that enables others to help themselves in the long run. Here is another point, is mindfulness practices. Helping others is often seen as a noble and selfless act. But what if I told you that your good intentions could sometimes lead to unintended negative consequences? In this video, we'll explore how altruism, when unchecked, can potentially cause harm. Welcome to our deep dive into the surprising downsides of helping others. First, let's talk about overextending yourself. When you constantly help others at the expense of your own needs, you risk burnout. Imagine being so caught up in solving others' problems that you neglect your own health and well-being. This can lead to physical exhaustion and mental fatigue, leaving you less effective in the long run. Next, consider the creation of dependency. By continually assisting someone, you might inadvertently prevent them from developing their own skills and independence. Instead of empowering them, you might be fostering reliance, which can stifle their growth and problem-solving abilities. Enabling bad behavior is another unintended consequence. Sometimes our help allows others to avoid facing the repercussions of their actions. This can reinforce negative patterns, preventing them from learning important life lessons and making necessary changes. Helping others can also be emotionally draining. Constantly offering support and empathy can take a toll on your emotional health, leading to compassion fatigue. It's important to recognize when you need to step back and recharge to maintain your emotional well-being. Financial strain is a common risk when you're too generous. Regularly providing financial support to others can jeopardize your own financial stability. It's crucial to find a balance that allows you to help without compromising your own security. Setting healthy boundaries is essential. When you don't, you might find that helping others starts to infringe on your personal time and space. It's important to communicate your limits to ensure you can maintain your own mental and physical health. Lastly, let's discuss ignoring personal goals. Constantly prioritizing others' needs can lead you to neglect your own ambitions and dreams. Over time, this can result in regret and a sense of unfulfillment. Helping others is a beautiful and essential part of life, but it's crucial to be mindful of the potential unintended negative consequences. By striking a balance and setting healthy boundaries, you can ensure that your altruism benefits both others and yourself. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Here is another point, is mindfulness practices. Helping others is a beautiful and essential part of life, but it's crucial to be mindful of the potential unintended negative consequences. By striking a balance and setting healthy boundaries, you can ensure that your altruism benefits both others and yourself. Remember, it's okay to say no sometimes. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. When you're at your best, you're in a much better position to help those around you. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understanding the complexities of helping others. We hope this video has given you valuable insights and practical tips for balancing generosity with self-care. If you found this content helpful, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below about your experiences with helping others and any tips you have for maintaining balance. Together, we can build a supportive and understanding community. Thanks for watching, and remember, helping others is important, but so is helping yourself. Take care, and see you in the next video.